Hey, good morning. Trying to fix this car here. I'm Ron Moore, by the way, from Fields of Grace Church, the Church Without Walls, and I think so many times I realize I've spent a lot of my prayer life, kind of like my good friend Joe Cooper, who's a master mechanic, retired master mechanic. He really knows how to fix this stuff. And I tell you, if I can figure out the clink in this engine, but we spent so much of our prayer time, and Joe's actually said this, and it blew me away at men's group last Saturday. If you're not meeting with a small group of people, by the way, you're missing out on what God has for you. You're missing out on a special blessing. But he said this, he says, God is not in the business of fixing things. He's in the business of using things. I mean, he has said that, and I about fell over, I about fell over, because if you get to look through Scripture, and you see, God didn't fix the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, but he used it ultimately for the salvation of mankind. You see Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I just love saying it that way. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He didn't fix the fiery furnace, but he was right there with them, and he used it for them to know, and for the king to know that, wait a minute, boy, we serve a great God who's not challenged by fire. I mean, you look at with Peter, when he was sinking that day out there in the sea. After I'm going to walk on water. Yeah. And then he took his eyes off Jesus, remember? And he started singing. See, God used that because Jesus reached out and pulled him up. And he knew from then on that he could always count on Jesus to pull him out. So I just want you to know, what are you trying to ask God to fix in your life? Maybe fix my husband, Lord. Fix my wife. Fix my job. Fix my health. Fix these kids of mine that are just giving me fits. We're always asking God to fix something rather than saying, Lord, use this in my life. How do you want to work in my life? To work the character of Jesus in my life. Because if you're a child of God, I'm telling you, that's his purpose, is to make everything that was real in the life of Jesus real in your life. If you've never really given your life to Jesus, he wants to use your circumstances to point you to the fact that, hey, you need that born-again experience. You need to give your life to Jesus. So today, I'm going to challenge you, let's stop asking God to fix things, fix circumstances in our lives, and let's ask him to use them in our lives to make us more like Jesus. Hey, you have a great day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.